endometriosis compared to PCOD, endometriosis is a difficult one. Even for Ayurveda also. But I can say than allopathy, many a times Ayurveda can contribute better.
Okay.
But there are cases where surgery is the only option. Where maybe I have to see her report, then I can comment in. But there are cases where the endometriotic cyst has become very big and it can even twist the ovary or such things. If we are anticipating according to the size of the cyst and all, sometimes we will also tell that go for surgery only. But even after the surgery also, endometriosis can recur. I was having cases where 3 times surgery done, now nothing can be done. And this attachments, I don't know whether you know what is endometriosis. Endometriosis means our uterus, that layer, which has to be grown inside the uterus only. That cells are growing somewhere else.
Okay.
That can grow in the near to ovaries. That can sometimes, rarely it can grow. It may travel through the bloodstream and it will grow even in your lungs. Means peripherally, or sometimes in those rare cases. Then whenever the menses is happening, whatever changes are happening inside the tissues of uterus, that will happen in these places also. So that will give you pain. So in your sister-in-law's case, that you told, part of it is attached to intestine, means we will tell adhesion. That means it is sticked.
Yes, it is sticked.
In those cases, the pain will be very severe. What I can assure you is to make her pain better, relieved. Ayurveda can beautifully help. I was having many patients, but patients, even those who are not able to sit in a chair during menstruation due to endometriosis.
Yeah, she in her case it is like that. On her second day of menstruation, she will face. I mean, the
I was having
I
was having a dental doctor friend. She one day collapsed in the clinic due to pain. But all I can assure you, pain will be reduced with Ayurveda, but not only with diet, although strict Ayurveda medicines are needed. Strict medicines, along with that, as you asked me about a tip, but this is not a solution. I can tell you, she can do regular sitz bath, means hot water sitz bath, like a tub. If she is having a bathtub at home, that will be okay. Else, like for kids and all, we will to give bath, we will keep tub, means like that one she can basin, like she can buy, and in tolerable temperature, warm water, make herself sit in that till her navel, at least, to immerse all those part in warm water. Like that, let her do for at least 20 minutes daily. We used to make them do this with some medicinal water, means to boil it, it will add the effect. And there are some things, external application also during the period and all to relieve. But to get a proper relief, she needs internal Ayurvedic medicines that definitely can help her. So if I'm given a diet which doesn't include that at all, it won't work for me, because diet is something which we have to follow. I mean, it is not something like a medicine where we can take and then stop. No. So diet should be like matching to our roots. Are like whenever we are doing something completely out of this, it's not okay, what I feel, because people are jumping to different kinds of diet now, right?
Yeah,
Keto diet, Mediterranean,
all the information
diet, this diet.
True,
but
true.
How can we do that? Because our genes are embedded with some things, no? So for a 14-year-old, what we should primarily consider is their needs. Their means, if she is someone who dances, or she spends her energy for means exercising or those kind of activities also, then she should have enough protein for that. Or is she someone who is comparatively a sedentary one, then we should consider that. Then for girls, what 14-year-old girl, what I what I advise is you can add some, I mean, if I don't know about her other things, some in this age, usually some sesame seeds in her diet or methi seeds in her diet. And you can give her green grams or those kind of pulses. And if she has already started with menstruation, you can advise her to have enough water intake, especially just before the days of menstruation. Make sure she is having more of a vegetable diet than going for chicken or mutton during those days. Do you know that simple menstruation pain usually is having a strong base with your gut? Means if the girl is constipated, that itself will give menstrual pain more. So I
Oh,
used to advise them to have move on a more of a vegetarian diet at least one week prior and all. You can also observe. See those who are menstruating in this group, no, when those months you are well, like having more of a non-veg diet, less fiber diet. If you are having a tendency of menstrual pain, that will be more for you that month.
thank
Hmm?
you. Thank you, doctor. That was
Thank
quite
you.
insightful.
I
Thank
know
you.
I haven't answered your question very promptly, but that is not something which can be answered that promptly. That's why.
Thank you.
I understand that, diets are to be tailor-made.
Yeah,
And the culprit of weight gain in the modern life is that we are experimenting with our body and diets
exactly.
which are out there. So
Exactly.
as the doctor said, I believe that it has to be tailor-made. But still, you have given good tips, doctor, that, just before the periods, if girls can eat a vegetarian diet for 1 week, all those, and drink enough water. All those tips are, I think, is part of the diet. Diet is not just food, but the way you have to
Exactly.
have your food and what you need to do before your periods.
Exactly.
So that's a very good answer, doctor. Even though you think you didn't completely answer, I thought you answered very nicely.
Menopause, I used to tell that just take menopause as a normal transition, but it's a transition. Like how we attained our menarche first period, then you would have gone through your pregnancy, right? Then in that way, in the reproductive that cycle, now this is the next one. So rather than there are two sides of this. One thing is menopause has to be, yeah, taken care of, but it should not be more than a level. That is my personal opinion. We should not feel ourselves down feeling that, yeah, I'm menopausing or I'm near to menopause or am menopause, so that I will be like this or I can be like this. No, nothing like that. It's a normal transition. Few things you can take care of. One thing is to make sure you are getting good sleep. This is not something everyone emphasize, but I emphasize on that a lot. Even Ayurveda emphasize on that a lot. Ayurveda says that nidra or sleep is one of the pillar of your life. 3 pillars, one is sleep. So that becomes more important when you are nearing to menopause. You can have more sleep disturbances, or like that is very common. So, and the sleep lesser quantity or quality of sleep can make your hormonal that change, more drastic or more miserable. Coming to the this anger and frustration part, that I guess the whole group can contribute you in that. Maybe your all those meditation, those techniques, and this also basically can related to okay, I was in between reading that message. Related to your basic constitution or prakriti also. Your sister-in-laws and yours could be different. See, for example, someone who was prone to get irritated or frustrated fast when they enter to menopause, that will be more. Definitely hormone is having a role. I don't tell that it's not. But my advice is that if it is bothering you a lot, you can take some natural like Ayurvedic medicines or supplementations in that way. But more than that, in fact, that we all know, no, I used to feel that than medicines or anything, it's our own will or our own steps to come out of that. That will make your ways easier. So you have identified that, yeah, it is happening to me. So now how can you come out of it? Sometimes many of this could be there with you before also, but now it is showing in an exaggerated level. And you also will be that sometimes in your mind that, yeah, I'm in menopause. So my personal advice is this, not only as a doctor, as a woman. So you're basically like you talk to your peer group more, or your like people like hold more. So many of you would have gone through this. I'm talking like this. I don't know how my menopause also could be. Like many a times, now talking will be easy, but going through will not be that easy. But one thing I can assure you, this is something what we can handle. But there should be that kind of efforts from yourself also to come out of it. But every time you may not succeed. See, for example, I'm telling you all these things. If am I able to control my all emotions at every time? No. And sometimes we should explode also. We should cry also, right? It's not that every time we should only smile. Is it possible, or is it needed? It's not about the possibility of that. Is it needed? No. No, these are all part of this. So this is a part of transition. So don't feel guilty about you are getting disturbed or irritated or frustrated. Don't feel guilty about it. It's a natural process. And if your partner or kids or your surrounding people are not able to understand it, you can hint to them or you can talk to them openly, and this will be fine.
Welcome to the club of hold. We all
Yeah.
women here, I'm so sure of it. When I was going through premenopause, my daughter was 14 or 15. And that is why we created this space, so that, to make you understand that there are a lot of women like you, and a lot of us are having these problems. And like Dr. Hridya said, Payal is already meditating. I think one of the things that helped me, at least during that time only, I started meditation. And it really calmed me down in many ways. But I agree totally with Dr. Hridya. There are days I've exploded, which is okay. Happiness is not a continuous process.
Yes.
Or to be happy, sad, and getting back to our feet is what is more important, than thinking that, no, I have to have a smiling face throughout. The day I don't feel like smiling, I'm not going to smile.
Exactly.
And as women, if we ourselves don't accept that, how will everybody around us will accept, isn't it? And explaining to your family, I love the points that you gave. Explaining to the family is important, because men don't go through it, so they don't understand. Some men have menopause, believe me, and they have symptoms also, but most of the men go through menopause without understanding that they have gone through. So I think it is our women's duty. One thing I have understood, that it is our duty to make them understand that, I'm going through some change and this is happening to me, so that we accept and also create a little bit of tolerance in the family. I'm right,
Payal, one
Dr.
thing.
Hridya?
Yeah, Payal, one thing, like this teenager girl and then this age mama, this combination used to come to me. So in fact, I was counting my daughter's age and my age now when you were talking this. So what I say is, nobody can be exempted from all these things. I'm talking like this to you, but I'm training myself also related to my daughter.
Yeah.
Say, day before yesterday, I was telling her, yesterday what you told made me hurt. So what I meant to say is, I'm also not out of this. Somebody who is giving you a kind of advice is also not out of
Not
this.
out of this. Absolutely.
And as she told, one point is very much, we want to keep it in our mind always. Happiness is not something which is continuous, and happiness is not something which can come by simply, we will tell no, we will tell happy ITQ or like be happy to everyone. And is that a very simple thing to be happy? No,
No.
it is something which should be practiced. How we
Yeah.
are, because being happy is something to be learned.
Yes.
Practiced, right, ma'am? You will be better.
Absolutely.
So,
I mean, it's a
yeah,
state of mind. So to create that state of
exactly.
mind, it takes lots and lots of
Lot of
effort.
practice. Do you know?
Yeah.
I can show me my diary where I put my own affirmations. 2-3 days back, I wrote again that my happiness doesn't depend upon others.
Yeah.
Because no,
Beautiful.
because I used to tell to my kid maybe 2 hours back only, I told that she was telling me her friend didn't come to play or that these, and then I told, see Vyudi, your happiness is not depending upon others. They'll be having their own choices also. But I was also not someone who was like, I read something, I'm taking a bit more time, but I believe you are ready to listen to me.
Yes.
Because I read somewhere that happiness is we think that they are happy because their situations are good, seeing others, right? But
Yeah.
happiness is having only happiness, 50% is in our genes, it seems. Then only 10% is from the situations or surroundings, only 10. Remaining 40 is how we are handling.
Yeah.
Even the genetics of that, we can change, means like with our practice. So
Yeah.
whether it is Nida Ambani or her daughter, whether it is us, it depends upon how we practice. Me being, I don't think that my genetics were so good about happiness.
Yeah.
Because my dad was like, he's like, he cares a lot, so much of responsibility he will take. So he's having that tendency towards a bit of getting worried. So that will be there with me because I'm exactly a copy of him. But so this, I'm trying to develop that. Maybe I'm much younger to ma'am and all. So I'm trying to practice it now. So my point is, Payal, with practice only we can be happy. So don't worry.
That is the reason for happiness. Seriously, that is helping me. It has calmed me down. But yeah, I mean, I'm not in total control of it. My agitation has.
That is okay. That is okay.
Yeah.
See, after this also we are exploding. We are, and that is
Yeah.
okay. And that all makes our life happy. I mean, life beautiful. Like if we are always wearing a smile, there won't be that elated feel when you are like, when we are having some sorrowness, some disturbed. Then when we are becoming happy, it is more beautiful. So,
Actually, we hear so much about women's mood from everyone. You know, there is a thing that, you know, people usually say, you know, you're in a bad mood, you're cranky, or women are actually at a certain age in that category. So
That
to
was,
recognize that itself, for us, it takes time. So others, it will take more time. So the education is one of the things that we have to do. Awareness is what we need to create with each other, with younger women, with our daughters. You know, it's our responsibility to create. Because earlier, all these topics, we were not able to talk. I was not able to talk. I've already told this many times in Bold that I didn't have that kind of a relationship with my mother where I can go and talk to her about, you know, feeling what I'm feeling. So, but the modern days, I think we have a different relationship with our kids, isn't it?
definitely.
We have more open relationship and more awareness, education. And as somebody in the previous session said that, you know, Google is our biggest teacher, whether good or bad, all comes from there, you know. So what we take in is what is important, and Hold is here to hold hands. That's what I will say. Please approach each other. There are so many people here who regularly come. I'm not the, I won't say I'm the expert, but we are bringing together people like Dr. Hridya so that you can hear, and you will be able to hear Dr. Hridya again in the YouTube. If you have missed something, you have not understood something, go back to the YouTube video.
And you
That's
can
why we
always
have
contact me without any kind of consultation or anything. Being a woman, you can
so
contact me.
sweet. So very sweet, Dr. Hridya. That is really sweet.
And Payal, you can try to speak to your daughter when she's not in a when she's in a good mood. Don't argue with her when she is also like irritated, agitated. But you can talk to your kid that I'm going through this, and she will understand. Now the kids are like not like they will understand, but sometimes they may not show. But it's not like our times and all. No, we are much open. No, right?
Yeah,
So
true.
yesterday my daughter was asking when I'll be getting my period. Now I'm 9. Then I told me got mine at 12, so you may also get at that time.
Yeah.
Then she was asking me, if we lose so much blood, then how we will get the blood back? What should I eat? Then she only told me that then it will be better to eat some pomegranate daily. Then she told me, when I'm nearing 12, you bombard with me with pomegranate. So what I meant is, kids, they will, Payal, I can assure you one thing. You are having a girl kid means you are so lucky. You'll be having someone who can understand you now or another day. That is for sure.
So well said. I
Yeah.
also believe that. Yes, we have somebody to share our
Yeah, exactly.
most feeling, isn't it? Yeah.
Exactly.
Dr. Hridya, I can't thank you enough. Such a beautiful session. You held us captive for more than an hour, and we could hear for another hour from you. But unfortunately, our sessions are 1 hour only.
No
So
problem.
we are sure to be in touch with you. And Dr. Hridya is going to open a specialty clinic for women very soon. And I'm hoping that she will share the detail with us,
Sure.
so
I'll
that,
share.
whoever has registered with us, we have mail addresses of all those people, and we will be able to send you Dr. Hridya's detail. We have shared Dr. Hridya's phone number, her email address, and her website. You can still contact her, and you will be, able to talk to her. As she said, she's already offered to do free consultation for all the women in this Zoom call.
So that is something what it's not about like being a woman. No, my staff used to tell me that my gen staff, where I was working before, there was about 20 staff. So they used to tell, however friendly you are with us, you will always stand for women, lady staff only. Then I used to tell, being a woman, I should do that only, because I used to think that when they are having period, they will be working, we won't be knowing sometimes.
Yeah.
So when gen staff sometimes, I'm getting cold, I'm getting headache, then I used to think that how ladies will be handling all these monthly things, everything. So I'm having that basic thing towards women always. So you are all welcome to me. The only thing is that when I'm running on a very busy schedule, sometimes I may not be able to give you much of a time, but I'm ready to help. I'm ready to share. I'm ready to hold your hands, hold hands with you all. That gives, it is very, that feeling is very different. Means used to talk to many people, maybe to a larger crowd, but than that, no, I feel like that's why I was keeping on talking. Like I used to feel that thing with you. So
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Dr. Hridya. And I thank all the participants in this call. You have been coming, every month on the Fridays that we announce, and we are really grateful, because not only we are trying to hold your hand, but you being here, you're holding, I'm holding your hand, or Anjali is holding your hand, or Devi is holding, or Bhairavi is holding your hand. So thank you so much, everyone. And next month we will come with another alternative doctor, and hope that you all will join us. Thank you.